doing it.
Well, Bryan, it is time for After Pop, which is that time after our podcast where we discuss things that we just want to talk about, but primarily right now what we're talking about is our portly people problems. Okay, pudgy, portly, porky people. Yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know, Bryan and I entered a very sacred covenant and pact starting the beginning of January where we both agreed that we were going to do a diet. I hate that word. We wanted to enact a lifestyle change for 60 days in which we were going to stop drinking the boozies. Okay, no boozies for you, sir.
No boozies.
And stop eating sugar and things of that nature. And we're going to intermittent fast and we're going to do keto or versions of things that might be healthy in order to become less porky.
Yes.
Okay? No judgment.
No judgment. Absolutely no judgment.
But this is what we've been doing for a whole month. And I want to open by saying I got COVID, okay?
Yes, you did.
And in the throes of COVID, like when I was deep into the row, my husband was feeding me. And I wasn't eating a lot, to be sure, but I was just getting man food. Like, he can't really cook unless it's a brisket. So he was throwing together, like, Progresso soups and, like, a roll and stuff like whatever. So I cannot be responsible, in other words, for the last 2 weeks of my life for the most part because my husband was feeding me a bunch of BS. But I wasn't eating a lot, so I will say that. And I do think I look great.
Oh, you look fabulous.
And if I were to weigh myself, I would guess that I'm probably down a few pounds. But I haven't weighed myself because trauma.
Yeah,
toxic.
of course.
But I hear, little birdie told me, a spiritual birdie told me that you did weigh yourself. So let's talk a little bit. Why don't you tell us what you've done for the last month of your life?
Okay.
And if you've lost any weight when you got on that scale.
Okay. But I do want to say that since you couldn't quite fulfill the contract for 2 weeks, I think you might have to extend it for 2 weeks. How dare you?
No, I should not be punished for the row. I can't help that I got Omegatron.
It's not a punishment.
I feel very attacked. Very attacked.
Okay, we'll move along from that. So for the last 4 weeks, I cut out all sugar. I'm not even eating fruit right now. Like, I've cut out all sugar. And I've cut out all flour, all starch.
Oh, my God.
And I am pretty much just eating proteins and vegetables. And I will say I got triggered a little bit about halfway through, and I got very manic, and I stopped eating. And, I had breakfast, and then, I didn't eat, and then dinner. By the end of the day, I felt sick. I felt like I was dying. I thought I caught COVID a couple of times because I felt horrid.
You did. You were testing yourself.
I was testing myself every other day. I ate a little bit of food and I was like, I feel better.
Imagine that.
Yeah. So I had to come to terms with why I get very manic. And those days my anxiety was through the roof. I was very amped up, and I realized that was just sort of, the eating disorder trying to come forward and be in front of me. And I was like, you're not going to do that. But I did very good. I've not cheated. Well, you can say it's not cheating. What I decided to do was slide a little more keto. And, with keto, you can have some carbs, but not more than, I believe it's 25 in any given day to be in ketosis. So, and I'm not following it strictly, but I decided that I felt a little more fulfilled if I could have some type of carb in my life. Well, but when you're doing a keto type carb, it's so high in fiber that it knocks down your net carbs. So keto bread only has a couple net carbs per slice. The tortilla wraps that I get only have 4 net carbs per wrap. So I decided to do that, and if I didn't make my food, I would buy the Healthy Choice, the low carb options, which only have maybe 4 or 5 net carbs per. So I tried to do it that way. That way, I felt like I wasn't completely depriving myself.
Sure.
So I did that, And I've done very, very, very good, I think. I mean, I've not deviated. And
I am so proud of you.
thank you. It's been tough. Well, you know that first week I was telling you how horrible it was.
Yeah.
So I weighed myself this morning when I got up, and
Drum roll. Wait. Drum roll.
I've lost 10 pounds.
I told you.
You did.
That's I'm psychic.
You
I
did.
told
You got it. You're psychic. You got it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like a third of your body weight.
No. I still have... I mean,
10
knowing where I am, I still feel like I need to lose at least 30. I do.
You're high.
I do.
No,
I do. And honestly, for my height and my build and asthma, like I feel like I really, when I was that particular weight before, I wasn't having asthma flare-ups. I was breathing so much better, sleeping so much better. You know, I felt great every day, and I'm starting to feel like better every day. So I feel like I want to get somewhere closer to that range. So we'll see.
Okay.
So I'm definitely doing it another month.
Right.
And I probably will continue.
Wow.
I'm
really? So
pretty
modified
sure I will continue.
until you hit your your 30. Okay.
And that's because now that I've introduced a little bit of very low carbs, which is great because I do these wraps at the end of the day, and I roast chicken and I chop it up, and I put I take a boiled egg and I chop it up, and I put some lettuce, and I put some chopped up tomato, a little bit of mayonnaise. Homemade mayonnaise, by the way, is the bomb.
I've never done that.
Oh, I'll send you a recipe. It's very easy.
Okay.
If you like
and
mayonnaise,
it's better
you'll love
than
it.
it's better than Hellman's, because is there anything better than Best Foods or Hellman's?
I mean, honestly, it's pretty much the same. It really is pretty much the same. But I wanted to do it. You know, I wanted to just make it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, but I think Hellman's probably is one of the best because it just literally doesn't have anything else in it. It is just mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And you know, mayonnaise has no carbs to it.
Yes.
So I put that on there, and then I might do just a little bit of. I put bacon sometimes on it if I feel like a little bacon, and then I put on a little fresh Parmesan. And it's all cold. It's all cold because you don't like the melted cheese. And I just have a wrap. Sometimes I have 2 wraps.
Oh, okay.
And that's eight
fine.
net carbs. And even at that, I've not even hit 20 for the day. And
That's
I did
awesome.
breakfast wraps yesterday.
Well, you know, I was talking to my daughter, who I love. She's the light of my life, and I gave birth to her, but also from the Jesus Christ vagina in my heart did she come into the world through my blessing. I love her so much, and I love her wife. And my daughter has, I think for the last week and a half, been doing intermittent fasting and like no drinks, no alcohol, which I think makes all the difference in the world.
Absolutely.
And in a week and a half, she's lost 10 pounds.
Wow.
Well, she's going to the gym like all the time, and she is doing cardio, lots of cardio. And I think she eats like between 10 or 11 and 3 and 4, kind of like what I do. But she'll eat like some brown rice and some chicken, and her wife prepares her meals, and it's like so organized and beautiful. And my daughter will have like some coffee and stuff. So she's being reasonable. And at night, she will have like a little bit of milk or something like that if she's getting really, really hungry, which I don't co-sign. Anybody to drink milk, I think it's bad for you.
Yeah,
but
no,
anyway,
I don't like milk.
Mucus.
Yeah.
But anyway, she does that because it satiates her hunger. And she's lost 10 pounds in like a week.
That's amazing. See, I'll admit, I'm not really working out. Just, you know, walking the dog and running around with the dog. So I have made the conscious choice that tomorrow when I get up in the morning, I'm going to take care of my dog and I'm going to do my workout before I eat.
Do you think that it's okay, given how compromised physically I have been with the COVID, if I go for a walk? I think so. I could go for a walk.
I think it's okay, but I think you shouldn't treat it as a fitness walk. So don't
I want to
really,
go outside.
Absolutely. I think you can now.
Outside.
I think you can now. I mean, you know, take a mask with you, and if somebody comes up, you know, put your mask on if you want to greet them. But no, absolutely, I think you should go out, and I think you should walk until you're comfortable, until you're not comfortable. Or don't get to the point where you're going to die. But I mean, I think you should go out. The fresh air will do you good.
I know.
I mean, just expanding your lungs. Absolutely. I mean, you're communing with nature. Come on.
I love it. And you know, I have cows.
Hug a
I
tree.
have cows where I live. Just right down where I'm at. Right down the street that way, there are 2 cows. I love them so much. I take my doggies down there. We visit. They're so sweet. They always come up to me and say hi. I love cows. I don't know if you know that about
Cows
me.
I love cows. Cows
They're
are very
so
sacred.
docile and sweet.
They're
I
very
love
sacred
them.
animals.
And then if you go down this street and then down that way, there's a whole bunch of other cows plus horses. So I'm like in nature and I get to see animals. And I've just been locked up in my house eating Progresso soup and sweet rolls and stupid stuff like that. I don't want
Jeremy,
to anymore.
Cut out the sweet rolls. Cut the crap, Jeremy.
Well, we didn't really eat a lot of them and they went bad anyway and we had to throw them out. But
a little bit of that was good to get a little bulk in your stomach, though, when you weren't feeling well.
Right. What I need is more bulk. No, but
I'm
honestly,
getting rid of my bulk, I hope.
can I just say that my thought is just having a dry January, not like I was drinking a ton or anything like that, but we liked our cocktails on the weekends, sir. Okay. And if we had our druthers, we'd be having a cocktail right now. I don't care what time it is. We'd have a cocktail right now. But like I haven't had anything to drink in January and neither has my husband, except for when he went to Boston, he had a couple of drinks when he went out with people. But I think it makes all the difference in the world. And it's surprising to me just how clear
Alcohol has such sugar content. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And there's a reason they call it spirits, my friend. Like, and I would notice if I'd have a cocktail like on Friday night, on Saturday morning as I'm waking up, I'm just assaulted with negative thoughts.
Yes.
Negative thoughts. And I'm like, I've really noticed in the whole month that I haven't had anything that like I wake up and I'm like, well, besides the COVID part, I wake up, I'm like, okay, well, here I am knocking around in my day. I feel good.
Clear and ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah. There's I think different types of liquors have different types of spirit. For example, wine. If I have a glass of wine, absolutely no problem. I feel like I'm doing something good for myself with all that red Revestrol, whatever that's called. Okay. But I can't drink a whole lot of wine because it makes my stomach upset. If I drink tequila, I become crazy. If I drink whiskey, I become like my dad, not possessed, but I'm just like, who wants to fight? I want to debate.
I can't do any brown liquors at all. Nothing brown.
If I drink vodka, I'm like, party, chill, party. But I still wake up feeling a little bit negative. So I don't know that we need a whole lot of alcohol in our lives, my friend.
No, I don't think so. I think, a glass of wine is good for the heart as well. A nice, good red wine is good for the heart. I like, I've made chili. Of course, I haven't made it the way I would normally make it, but some Chianti or a nice, good red wine in there, it makes all the difference. Actually, when you make any type of red sauce with meat, put in some red wine.
Like a pot roast?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so amazing. But I feel good. And a few folks at work, not only with the skin, but they're like, wow, you really have lost weight. I notice my clothes are fitting a little looser. I mean, I still have a long way to go, but I'm happy that and I was afraid to weigh myself because I was so manic, a week and a half ago. But I said, no, I'm just going to have to do it and just push through it. And I did. And I feel good.
So now what are your plans for weighing yourself going forward? Because I know we're alike.
Yes.
So once you start weighing, now you're weighing 3 times a day.
No,
you're just constant.
no.
So no.
Once
a week, what are you doing?
said I'm going to only weigh myself again at the end of the 8th week.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because tomorrow's technically for us the beginning of the 5th week. But, today's sort of to me that in-between day. So that's why I weighed myself this morning. And but if I weigh myself tomorrow, I just feel like... No, let me do it today. Tomorrow is fresh, and we'll go. So I'm just not going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. I want to because I'm obsessed. And I was weighing back a long time ago. I weigh myself every day. And it was literally a pound every day. Yeah. And it was like...
But did you notice on the days where you didn't lose a pound and you went up a pound, even though you did everything right, that effed with your mood?
Absolutely.
Like for me,
and I can't go through that because
totally
I'm already a little antsy.
Yeah, you are.
And
Stop it.
I know. So I can't do that. So, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that I think we're doing well. Yes. I'm doing the best that I can. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay. I almost died.
I still think
you almost died.
You did, and that's why I think you need to add 2 weeks to it so we can get that 2 weeks back on your life. Because I want you to live forever.
We'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see how I feel
no. You go. Here was the thing. We said we would go until we feel we're at that point where we don't have to or we can stop. So for me, I feel like it's going to be much longer because I do feel like I have to get to a particular point to feel 100% overall. And that's just because of asthma. I mean, asthma is huge, and any little bit of gut weight that you have, it pushes up on your lungs and it makes breathing, much more difficult. And nobody has time for that.
I don't have any time for that. And I didn't even tell you this, that there is a chance that I'll be going back to Helsinki, which is in a country called Finland. And on my way to Helsinki, I might be stopping in the UK again because I just love it. I want to eat all the fish and chips, and I want to do all the pubs and all. But when we went to Finland and to London in March 2020, February 2020, when I tell you we walked, for us, like 17,000 steps, 20,000 steps every day. That's crazy to me because I try to get up to 10,000 steps a day, and I do not do it most of the time, but I need to be able to walk is what I'm saying. If I don't go, we don't drive anywhere. We're just walking everywhere, or we'll, get on a train and go somewhere, or we'll get on one of those boats on the Thames and we'll go to different places. But then we're always walking. So I have to be in shape is what I'm saying. And I don't want to show up, being a portly person with all kinds of problems. I want to be a svelte person.
Yes.
Snatched and looking great if I'm walking around Europe. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
I agree. So I would like to continue until such time as I want to have a cocktail. That is going to be at the end of February. I mean, just a cocktail, it's not going to kill me. Even if I continue on, it's not going to kill me to have a cosmopolitan. We can do that on our podcast, right?
I mean, I'll probably have a glass of 100% agave tequila because it does not spike your insulin.
Okay.
And I'll do that on the rocks because I'll probably still be on my portly people problem diet.
Okay. Well, to be determined. We'll see what happens, but we will continue to update the people out there as to our progress.
And we love that you are tuning in, that you're on this journey with us. Yeah. Any, words of encouragement, share your stories with us over our socials. We want to take this journey with you. It's the whole reason we're doing this. Other than we want to be cute. I mean, we're already cute, but...
We are cute. I mean, come on. We're both in our 60s.
How?
I'm joking.
Mother effing dare
I mean, soon.
you.
Soon enough. It's coming.
I'm not even 52 yet. Why do I feel like the Grim Reaper is behind me now?
Well,
you have done this. Now you
60 is the new 20, honey. Okay? You're going to rock 60.
I thought 50 was the new 20. No, that was the new 30.
I'm just saying, by the time we get to 60, we will be changing the game.
We will. Because we're already changing it now.
I know. That's what I'm saying to you.
So let's keep changing it.
All right. Until next time, put down the fork, people. Okay. I mean, put down the fork, put down the booze. Just, eat a
cut the carbs.
Cut the carbs. Eat some protein and some vegetables. I mean, it's not that hard.
Yeah, nice lean protein and fats. Any fat in its natural state.
Okay, thank you.
So butter's okay, just a little bit,
Butter in my coffee right there. Okay.
Yeah, let's not go there again. Bye, everybody.
Bye.